My name is Alexander Karmanov. I'm from Moldova. I'm 7 feet. I'm playing for Nordbay Battalion OHL. When I was like 3 years old, I just saw in the winter time the people playing in the lake. So when I went like to the lake just to walk like through the park, and like the people was playing there, and I started saying hockey, hockey, and I was saying hockey for 2 years in a row, and finally like in 5.5 I started playing hockey.
First obvious question you can answer this one to me is how tall are you exactly? Because people are saying 7'2", people say 7. How tall are you?
I think I'm 7 feet.
You're saying you're 7 feet? Okay, we'll go with 7 feet.
I think everywhere in like all groups I was the tallest. Like in the kindergarten I was the tallest, in like all my school I was the tallest in my all age groups, and in all my teams I was the tallest. So yeah. I started like when I was 5.5 in Moldova, and the rinks were just like 3 months here. So like all summer, or like half of the year, I was just like trying to get ice in like somewhere in Europe. On the Friday, I would go like to Ukraine, like 6 hours drive, and play on Friday there. And like on Saturday morning, we would go to Romania, like another 6 hour drive to play another tournament, like on that the same weekend for Romanian team. And sometimes on that like summer camps, we would drive. My dad, I remember, was driving like 20-hour drive.
I mean, it's to excel, but I don't know if it's really fit. It's maybe too small, I think. I think this jersey is small.
Okay. That's all we have for him.
But with Karmanov, it's just the size, right? 7'1", 280-pound defenseman don't come around in the NHL very often. So whatever he could potentially be, you can't coach size. And he brings that package that you don't find, you literally have never seen anywhere else in a hockey player. What you have the potential for is a unicorn of a player who can defend and be an obstacle in the defensive zone. And as far as goal prevention, which is almost as important as goal scoring, he can help you in so many different ways in that aspect.
I remember my first shift in Nordbay when it was my first OHL game, and I went to the first shift, and all arena like stand up and like starting clapping and like ovations, and like whoa, like that's really nice. And when that moment happens, kind of saying that I'm going right way and like I'm working hard, and it makes me feel nice.
One of the things that you need to be able to do as a defenseman is take guys out of their comfort zone, move them ideally outside the dots. His size, his length, when he holds his arms out wide with his stick to defend, he takes up, a pretty good percentage of the zone just on his own. You make the joke, he could stand in the middle of the ice and touch both boards. He certainly kind of has that element to his game. So you have that size and that reach, especially.
In U16, when like I would hit the guy, I would get like right away a penalty. I didn't have like opportunity a lot of like to play hard, but I was developing like some of my skills, skating, physical game, like all that stuff. Protect my teammates. Especially like goalies, yeah, like if the goalie took the puck like to make a save, I'm right away in front of my goalie and nobody came to us. And I remember once the guy with games just in front of me and just saying hi. Like, so last year I was going to Brantford. Like first, I would say 2 months they was breaking pretty like easy. So here they got like, I would say 2 extensions, like 1 extension, and like I would say like another one. So they was pretty easy breaking like because of cross checks. Like I was cross check the guy, I would cross check and like it's right away breaking. Like I'm shooting, it's right away breaking in the extension. But like during the season they fix it, and like I would say last 3-4 months it was pretty good, and like they didn't break. Like in Moldavian language we don't have like K, and we're using like C like a K. Yeah, so the skates is Drew skates. I think probably 15 size, I'm not sure. Yeah, I think it's what the equipment manager of Bulldogs told me. It was sometimes hard, especially like in the COVID situation. Like when it was COVID, like I would wait for my skates like for 6 months because they would go through like Canada, Finland. At some point I understood like I had to just order like custom skates. This is my Joff, I think, knee pads, yeah. Yeah, those probably, I'm not sure because it's pretty old, but they, I think 19 maybe or 18 size. Sometimes like those things will be broken, so I would need to change my knee pads, and my mom like would just go on the marketplaces and try to find like my size because it's pretty rare. So she will be like almost every day like monitoring the marketplaces, and yeah, we found those, and yeah, I have been using also like for a long time. It's my shoulder pads, yeah. Those extensions, my actually granddad made it for me. It's like inside, not a lot like I would say people knows like about this +2. It's like +2 inches, so they are longer and not short for me. So like I won't be like that. Elbow pads. They're also pretty like old. I would say like this is what my granddad like. This thing got off, and my grandfather stitched and put glue on here and fix it. And the Kinemander of Bulldog made it for me like an extension here. Okay. So like I won't get slashing.
I think what Alex is trying to show is there's a foundation there for a guy who can help an NHL team. The obvious comparisons are Zdeno Chara, Tyler Myers, plus size defensemen who are able to play and make careers in the NHL. He's trying to show that the foundation is there, and now it's putting another level on and then continuing to level up over the next X number of seasons to where a team can look at him and say, you know what? There might be an NHL player there. That's what he's doing right now.
Every like hockey player have a dream, get drafted and have a goal, but learning like every day, learning like from coaches, from everyone. Like Gary would tell me, I don't know, during the season, like eat as healthy as I can. I'm just eating as healthy as I can. Like he's told me to go to bed earlier. I'm going to bed like every day, like 10:30. Like all those small details. I think it's really important. Especially like this year, I was learning a lot from professionals, all the new people, and every practice I'm learning what the coach telling me. And just last 2 months, actually almost all this year, like I just was thinking like get better, like every day, every week, 1% better, and this is what I have to do.